Assalamu alaikum ladies. So I'm doing this video, I'm sitting here on campus and people are going to think I'm crazy because I'm like sitting here like on the sidewalk like talking to myself, but that's okay, I don't really care. So I'm making this video because I just wanted to clear up some confusion about Shias and Shia beliefs and that sort of thing, and I'm thinking about maybe disabling comments on this video just because, you know, no matter what you say and no matter, you know, what evidence you present, there's still a lot of people out there that find like rude, nasty, and mean ways to try to hurt you and to try to get their point across. So if you find that you can't comment on this video, that's why. So I have 5 myths about Shias and Shiism that hopefully I'll get through. I have notes, so hopefully I'll be able to make it through all of these. So I'll try to get started. Myth number 1, Shias are idol worshippers. This is just not true. Oh, also let me just say that I'm part of the Ithna Ashari Shias, so the 12er Shias, so, and that's like the majority of Shias. The majority of Shias are Ithna Ashari or 12er Shias, so let me just say that. So Shias are idol worshippers. That's just not true. We don't pray to Ali, alayhi wasalam. We don't pray to Muhammad, sallallahu alayhi wasalam, or any of the 12 imams. We don't pray to Fatima. We don't pray to anybody but Allah. So that's just not true. Myth number 2. Oh, it's 2 o'clock. Myth number 2, Shias think Allah should have chosen Ali alayhi wasalam as the prophet. I don't even know where to start. This is so absurd. Like, that's totally absurd, not true. You know, we believe that Ali alayhi wasalam should have succeeded the prophet after Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam's death. But we don't ever believe that Allah should have chosen Ali over the prophet. That's totally absurd. Myth number 3, Shias are promiscuous and engage in haram muta. This isn't true either. Muta is a type of nikah. It's a temporary marriage. It's an agreed upon marriage contract where both parties agree a dowry is paid. Muta is sunnah. It's you know, it's sunnah. It's in the Quran, and there's a verse in the Quran 4:24 that states, then give those of these women you have enjoyed the agreed upon dower. And we believe that this refers to muta, and this was actually the consensus of Sunnis as well. And muta was allowed in the time of the Prophet, but muta was revoked by the second caliph. But Shias don't believe that a caliph can revoke sunnah. We don't think that a caliph can do that, because how can you revoke the word of Allah and the opinions of the Prophet? So we don't believe that muta was ever revoked by the second caliph. So we don't see muta as haram. And there's actually a similar act in Sunnism called misyar marriage. Misyar marriage, I don't know how you pronounce it, but it's almost the same thing as nikah muta. And it's, you know, a lot of Sunnis don't believe in misyar marriage, but there is like a parallel in Sunni Islam called misyar marriage that a lot of Sunnis believe, and it's really similar to muta, so we don't really see, or I don't really see why muta should be so haram if there's parallels in Sunnism and it's you know, stated in the Sunnah. So moving on. Myth number 4. Shias think that Aisha, may Allah be pleased with her, is a whore and a liar and etc. How can anybody say that about a wife of the Prophet? I don't know if I really need to say any more. You know, there's no way that anybody could say that Aisha is a whore or a liar or any of these things, because if you say that about her and she's a wife of the Prophet, you're basically saying about that about the Prophet himself, you know, and God forbid anybody would say that about the Prophet. So I mean, you know, I respect Aisha. You know, if I had to choose between 3 hadith, and I had a hadith from Ali, alayhi wasalam, and Fatima, and Aisha, I would choose the hadith from Ali first, Fatima second, and Aisha third. So I respect Aisha. I feel that she may have acted foolishly and she may have made some poor decisions, but in no way do I think that she is, a whore or a liar, any of those things, because there's no way that you can say that about a wife of the Prophet. I mean, God forbid that anybody would say that about a wife of the Prophet. Myth number 5, Shias are laid back and perform prayer incorrectly by combining prayers, praying on a rock, etc., etc. So there's a lot that I have on this one, and I have 2 links on this that I'll post down below that when I was researching this, these 2 links were really helpful for me, and I can't include all of the information just for time's sake, but I will link them down below so that you can check them out if you're interested and you have time. So it says that the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ used to be known to pray Dhuhr and Asr together, as well as Maghrib and Isha together. He didn't do this every day, he didn't do this all the time, but he did do this in, when he needed, for convenience sake, if there was times of hardship, or, if it was going to be inconvenient later to pray Isha later, or Asr later. It is known, there are hadith that said that he would combine Dhuhr and Asr and Maghrib and Isha. So, you can't really combine, and obviously praying at the proper time is obligatory. It's far, like you have to pray at the designated time. And Shias believe that too. We just believe that if you miss that prayer, if you're if you're in class or you're somewhere where there's nowhere to pray, or for any number of reasons you can't pray, we still believe that it's it bodes well for you if you make the prayer up. So if you are in class when it's Dhuhr, which happens to me a lot, and I'm sure it happens to a lot of you guys that are students, you can make it up later. I mean, obviously it's not going to be counted as highly or as well as if you did it on time, obviously, but you can still make it up and at least get a little bit of partial credit for it. And Shias pray with a torba. It's a little round stone that's made from the sands of Karbala, and we pray with the torba because it's the cleanest and most pure earth, and there are a number of hadith that claim that the Prophet says that sand and organic compounds are the most pure and the most clean. And I mean, you can think back to the hadith where, if you can't get to water to do wudu, you can do wudu with sand. So basically the torba that we pray with is just sand from the desert at Karbala. So, and what does it say? Yeah, so I mean, there's a whole number. There's a hadith, I can't remember and I didn't write it down, which was kind of stupid of me, but I'll link, this is one of the links about the torba, I'll link it down below. Talks about, there's a hadith that the Prophet says, cover your foreheads and your nose in sand, to be pure, or something. I'll link it down below, you can find it. Next, Shias, we pray with our arms down. We don't pray with them folded across our chest. We pray with our arms down. There's a lot of discrepancies in hadith about hand placement. So that's another link I'll link down below. So there's a lot of discrepancies on that. And then also we get a lot of flack for saying, we say, Ashhadu anna la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah wa ashhadu anna Aliyan waliyullah. So we say that as well. But nowhere in the Quran does it say the shahada. Nowhere in the Quran does it say la ilaha illallah wa Muhammadan Rasulullah, wa Aliyan Rasulullah. It doesn't say that anywhere in the Quran. So it's just a profession of faith. So when we add Aliyan waliyullah, it's just a profession of our allegiance to Ali after the death of the Prophet. So I hope that's it. I don't have any more time, so I hope that was informative for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have any questions, feel free to message me. Like I said, I'm probably going to disable comments, so but that's it for now, and I hope you guys have a great day, so peace out.